I just slipped my dick down your throat, and you thanked me for it. Hey guys, welcome to another Walking Dead episode, and today we're talking about episode 7, Service. So, in this episode, things get pretty heavy for our group. This whole episode, I think, is basically about Rick trying to convince the group to go along with this whole new way of life, which is obeying the saviors and giving them all their stuff and going and living this life that's under their rule. And to be honest, as to be expected, not a lot of people are willing to go along with it. I mean, Negan has full on control over everyone in Alexandria. He just comes in, and I mean, he says his classic line from the comic to Rick. He makes him hold Lucille, just going around and showing him around Alexandria. Olivia's life is nearly in danger at one point during the encounter, and things get pretty heavy. Michonne's also struggling with getting into this whole role of the savior. She at one point brings up the idea, oh, what if we just go to the hilltop? Maybe they could even help us. And Rick even says they still have the numbers. So you can see there that that whole idea of the march to war is happening, sort of building up to that point in the comics. Uh, Everyone's still grieving over what happened with Abraham and Glenn, as to be expected. Not really sure why they didn't show like a little flashback of what happened after Negan had left them after they had killed Glenn and Abraham. I'm pretty sure they're going to explain that in next episode more. As next episode is going to be focused more on the hilltop side of things, and it's going to play out a little bit similar to how it happened here. The only difference is that it's going to be run by Negan's number 2, Simon, who's going to be going to the hilltop to collect their dues, and it's going to focus on Maggie, Jesus, Sasha, and Gregory, which should be interesting. But at the same time, this whole idea of just trying to resist Negan just seems a little bit far-fetched right now, but as we get closer into the season, hopefully that whole idea of like the different communities that have been overrun by Negan, which include right now, so far that we know of, Alexandria, the Hilltop, and the Kingdom, that all obey Negan right now. And we still haven't met the Sanctuary yet, but likely they will too. I'm not really. I don't really know a lot about the Sanctuary. I'm not familiar with them from the comics at all. Maybe you guys are, but I'm not really that familiar with them. But they're likely another group that Negan probably has under control. But what's eventually going to happen is that these 4 groups are going to band together and realize, well, with the 4 of us, we can probably take out Negan, which will probably involve going against them with a little bit more older war tactics. And eventually, this whole affair is going to lead into an all-out war with Negan, which I'm not sure if that will encompass maybe even next season, with the first half of next season, or just all of next season. I'm not even sure. It may even start this season, or maybe even encompass onto the second part of this season. Not really sure, but March to War is definitely coming. That much is certain. But I really enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed all the Negan scenes. I mean, Jeffrey Dean Morgan does a tremendous job at playing this character. He is definitely the right man for the job when it comes to playing Negan. Rick definitely has some issues that he's struggling with, but he's definitely going to have to learn to live in this world that Negan has set up for him. But our group, I think, is definitely going to get ready to strike back. It's going to take some time, definitely, and some convincing, but we're definitely, like I said, heading to March to War, and then eventually all-out war. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I'm going to be doing a review for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them next, hopefully. It may not happen immediately when the film comes out. I'm going to try to get it as soon as it comes out. If not, then I'll try to get it in the next coming weeks. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the Walking Dead review. Look forward to another Walking Dead next week, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And hopefully Lucille does not get you. Adios.